So I want to share with you this idea that crossed my mind recently. It's kind of like a breakthrough for me, a realization in my process of trying to be an artist and a content creator at the same time. And the realization for me is why so many artists struggle with being content creators. And that's because I think that content creation and making art are kind of two different things. Being an artist is art. Being a content creator is more like math and science. Because as content creators, we're so concerned about the numbers. We're so concerned about the algorithm, the platforms, the metrics, the analytics. That's the job of a content creator. But an artist works a bit more intuitively, maybe spiritually, abstract. It's hard to explain sometimes how you reach a piece of art, but content creators can break down and tell you how they reach this piece of content, why they did this piece of content, why these numbers exist. And I have struggled with this because, I want my art to reach more people. I want to do better with being a content creator because I think that we should use the tools that we have access to. And right now, these are the tools that help our art reach more people. But I've struggled with the fact that these are two different processes. And it took me a while to realize that these are two different processes, that I should try to wear two different hats while I'm doing this. I should allow myself to be the artist, but then be able to take the artist hat off and put on the content creator hat. I think if I get better at that, that I will struggle less with this process. And I'm sharing this idea with you because maybe it'll help you in your creative process to realize that, maybe this is why you have a hard time with being an artist and a content creator. Because I don't think that we're told the truth that being a content creator doesn't necessarily mean you're an artist. I think there's a lot of content creators that actually aren't artists. And there's a lot of advice out there for content creators that don't apply to artists. Like I've heard, for example, I've heard people recommend batch creating content. Like, oh, create 50 posts and schedule 50 posts for 1 month, and that works for a content creator, but that is difficult to implement, very difficult to implement for an artist that can't tell you exactly when the painting is going to be finished, can't tell you exactly what the painting is going to look like. Even if you're making music or any other type of art form, it's so much more unpredictable than being a content creator. But I think that there is like a middle ground, I guess you could say, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. I also tell you these things to bring you into my process, to let you know where I'm at, and so that maybe you can learn something from the part of my journey, can apply it to your journey, your process, and maybe see things a bit differently. Because I think that just this realization alone is going to help me in the process. I think it's going to help me be a better content creator. I don't think it's gonna help me be a better artist. I think I've been an artist for a while now, and I have so much confidence in my art and the fact that it will keep growing and getting better. But I've really struggled with the content creator part of it. But I think realizing that content creation is math and science, and it is not like exactly like art. I think that that helps me so much because now I can take off the artist hat and put on the content creator hat and be a bit more logical in the process. And, maybe this will help you in your creative process. Try to think of them as two different things.